What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Wasting Wildcards here on Malta 5. It is a glorious week. That is because we finally have new cards. And good God, did we need new cards. Standard was very stale. It was, it was like balanced. There was decks, but it was, come on, it felt like forever. People always talk about there's like so many new sets that they have like spoiler fatigue. But I don't know what was going on the last 4 months, but god damn was it boring. I feel like Kaldheim Remastered didn't shake things up in Historic enough. Standard was stale. It was like, Kaldheim, please shake up the format. And you know what? It seems like it has. So for my first video, I am focusing on a deck that Luis Scott Vargas posted on Twitter. It's pretty popular right now in the ladder. I'm sure you've seen it. It is a Izzet tempo deck that kind of focuses around Goldspan Dragon. Now, Goldspan Dragon, if you don't know, is potentially the best card in the set by some people's measure, but it is very, very good. And I lucked out by opening 3 of them in my various sealed and drafts, so I did not have to waste many wild cards. And with the exception of like 1 mythic wild card and I think 1 rare for Faceless Haven, this deck is not expensive if you have a previously well-built collection. There's a lot of new cards, but they're all commons and uncommons. So it's a pretty good, no, I wouldn't say budget deck because there is a lot of rares and mythics, but it's an easy deck to jump right into if you haven't amassed your collection yet of Kaldheim. And I'm still working on that. So that's why this is the first deck I'm making. So anyway, what does this deck do? Like I said, it's an Izzet tempo deck. I like to call it Counter Dragon because it sounds cooler, because the word dragon is cool, and you get to counter stuff. So the way it works is you play an Izzet tempo game with some early cheap interaction like Frostbite. The Stainless Stroke's not really early interaction, but things like Essence Scatter, Negate, Stomp on the Bone Crusher Giant, Brazen Borrower, bouncing things. And then you just kind of want to tempo them out, you want to have some cheap interaction and then stick a creature early and just slowly chip away at their health. And then once you get up to 5 mana, you play your Goldspan Dragon. Now, once you have your Goldspan Dragon in play, as long as you get to attack with it, you're always going to have 2 mana up. Its ability basically says when you attack or it's targeted by a spell, you create a treasure. And treasures you control now have the ability to tap and sacrifice for 2 mana instead of 1. So the reason that's so good in this deck is because once you have a token, you can have mana up for Disdainful Stroke, Essence Scatter, Negate, Frostbite, Petty Theft, Stomp. If you foretell Behold the Multiverse or Saw It Coming, you also have the mana for that. You also have the mana to just cycle a Shark Typhoon for 0. So basically, once your Goldspan Dragon is attacking, and if you have any kind of interaction in your hand, it's going to be hard for your opponent to deal with it. And even if they do deal with it, you get a treasure token. So you're never left with nothing. And this card, to me, is so good because it doesn't have an enter the battlefield effect, so it isn't like super inherently broken the same way things like Omnath and Uro and all these cards that people have been complaining about the last few years. It's like, it's a 5 mana mythic dragon. It should be impactful. It should be powerful. And you can deal with it. It's just, your opponent gets a little something out of it. So you don't feel cheated for spending 5 mana. But again, it's also not 4 or 3 like Uro or Omnath. And this deck is just super fun. Again, I literally just copy and pasted LSV's deck. So like the sideboard, it's got some stuff. It's got like some sweepers. Tundra Fumarole's a new one. It's just kind of like a removal spell that gives you a little bit more mana when you're done with it. Crush the Weak is kind of a cheap sweeper. It also has Foretell. A couple Mystical Disputes, Shredded Sails, Negates, Soul Guide Lanterns, and Red Cap Melees. Pretty standard stuff in the sideboard, but it's a really fun deck to get to experience a lot of new cards. It's a very snow-themed deck, sort of. You want to take advantage of Frostbite, and you get a bunch of these sweet Foretell cards. You got Goldspan Dragon. It's just a really fun, like I said, not cheap, but if you already have a good collection, pretty cheap to get into. It's really just like a handful of wild cards. And we all know how goddamn precious wild cards are. So yeah, let's play a couple games and see if it is a good place to start in Kaldheim Standard. All right, here we are with game number 1. We're on the draw, so this might not be the worst depending on the deck we're playing against. Obviously, we're going to have to start with a tapped land, most likely, which not a bad thing, especially with a dual land like Volatile Fjord. And, you know, we can foretell some stuff. We have some cheap. I think this might be a keep. We'll find out. You definitely don't want to flood out in this deck. We don't have any card draw other than the Cycler here. We do have a creature, so eventually we can start getting in some chip damage, which is something you really want to start doing. That mountain is a very good draw for us. That'll get us the 2 untapped mana on turn 2 to hold up a counter spell or foretell something. Up against rogues, probably. So let's, if we're up against rogues, we don't really have any, I mean, the Frostbites will be nice, but I think right now it's just foretell saw it coming. Having a 2 mana, just no condition counter spell is very good. Especially, so this might not actually be rogues. This might be like an Esper control. No Urian, so could just be blue-black control. We got our dragon. That's something I like to see. So I'm just going to fetch out another snowland here. That way we have the 3 snow. So Frostbite will now be doing 3 damage to things if they do play creatures or planeswalkers. It's not a completely dead card in the counter, just a counter matchup, in the control matchup. All right, so I'm just going to flash in Brazen Borrower, which I can't because that's tapped. Okay, pass the turn. All right, so we're short a land here, which is a bummer. But we're going to pass anyway. We have unconditional counter magic up, and we have a disdainful stroke. I'm probably going to blow up the Omen here. Yeah, we're a little behind on mana, which is not where you want to be, especially on the draw. But we've got counter spells up. So they go for it. They're going to get got. If they don't go for it, hopefully we can just flash in our Brazen Borrower and start chipping away. Another Omen in the Sea. Would not be surprised if this was another Saw It Coming our opponent has. And if we were going to have them counter any of our spells, Brazen Borrower, not the worst. Because Goldspan Dragon's biggest weakness is counter magic. Obviously, hard removal. Okay, they don't have my counter spell up. I'll take that all day. 3 damage is not a ton, but, you know, something. I was going to say, do they have a 1 mana? Ugh. Tempted to foretell that just so we can potentially hit our land drops, but I also don't want to sacrifice having counter magic up. Got to be smart here. We only really want to counter really impactful spells. If they just play more omens and stuff like that, that's nothing I'm too worried about. All right, so now we will cycle for 1, hopefully draw a land, and get a little creature here. Land, please, land. Not gonna lie, wasn't expecting a Lockmere Serpent. I forget what this even does. Sacrifice an island, can't be blocked. Sacrifice a swamp, gain a life, draw a card. Exile 5 target cards from an opponent's graveyard and return it to the... Okay. Well, we'll play our land here. Let's foretell, behold the multiverse. Get in for a little bit of damage here. And now we have the decision. We could bounce this back to its hand. Let it live and just try to race it. But it's going to get a lot of value for my opponent. I think... I don't want to lose my stuff, though. It's a tough call. Let's try to bounce before upkeep. Because if they counter this, That'll be less likely for them to counter my dragon. And I can take one hit of 7. Okay, Grixis. Interesting. So maybe they're playing Loki? Or just... I doubt they're playing, like, Frostbite. No real benefit to that. Okay, so... I'm going to play Behold here. Very likely to get countered. I haven't seen any counter magic yet, though. Drown on the lock. Oh, that stinks. All right. Land, land, land. Jeez. We're unlucky. Woo! We're kind of lucky. Yeah, and we got an unconditional counter up, so we're just going to race. Destroy target creature. Okay. So, we can do this. Keep us alive. If my opponent tries to kill the dragon, we can counter it. So we're in a pretty good spot here. Pretty good spot. We can also kill anything with... Well, not anything. We can kill Jarl with a Frostbite next turn. Okay, so it's like a Dimir Flash deck. Okay. Not what I was expecting. That definitely surprised me there. Yeah, we're just going to attack. Okay, so we got there. Our opponent playing kind of I was going to say a rogue deck, but not like rogues, like the old school rogue, like jank deck. Definitely like a budget deck, playing some interesting things. So a lot of blue cards. So let's bring Mystical Dispute in here. Go down like... Did I see... Let's go down our Disdainful Strokes. I also brought in Crush the Weeks because it looks like it'll kill pretty much every card in their deck except the big boy. What else? Frostbite seems okay. Negate, potentially. Essence Scatter, there's a lot of creatures, so we want that. We go down a Borrower. And maybe we don't need 2 Crush the Weeks. Maybe like 1. Go down 1 Shatter Skull Smashing? Sure, let's try that. Shatter Skull, again, it's a land, but if you're going to try to smash things, it is expensive. And in a deck that could potentially counter stuff, it's a liability. 4 mana to do 2 damage, not great. It's great because it's on a land. Not a great rate overall. Okay, starting with 3 mana, an Essence Scatter, and a Bone Crusher Giant. So we've got interaction, mana, and creatures, so that's definitely a keep. Okay. There goes a dragon. So we're going to Fjord here. And then... hold up, Stomp, and Essence Scatter and stuff next turn. And the foretelling stuff. Okay. So, I mean, we have a free kill Thieves Guild here. And the next turn, they want to flash in something. This isn't a cast trigger. It's an enter the battlefield trigger, correct? Yes, okay. So, we'll wait. We'll wait and see. Can take 1 damage, not afraid. Now we will try to kill it. All right. I like that. I like that. So let's play the blue pathway and pass the turn. If they try to flash in the little sneaky, slithery friend there, just counter it. Omen of the Dead. Okay, that's fine. Get back there. Little 1-drop. I'll just let it resolve. Again, this thing's not that scary until my graveyard's bigger. Got another stomp. I like that. So we're in a good spot here. We've got damage, bounce, and counter magic up. So if they cast a rogue in response, hopefully we can kill the Thieves Guild Enforcer or counter it or any smattering of things. Good thing we can still kill the Thieves Guild Enforcer with Stomp, even if it grows. So I'm very curious to what the red is for in this deck. Red's not your traditional flash color. So I'm just going to cycle for 2 here. Draw a card, get a creature on the board. They're completely free now to flash in something. Okay. Cool. We're at 5 mana. I like that. So let's get in. Okay, it's a cleric. Not going to trigger there. Let's Essence Scatter it. Keep the race more leaned towards us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe the big snaky was 6 mana? 7? So I mean they could cast the big snake, but I can just bounce it. Or they can cast that. It's a rogue, so let's kill the Thieves Guild Enforcer. Smat. Still dead. Got a couple little mills off there, though. So let's foretell the counter. And we can offer a trade here. Let's offer the trade. Or not, that's fine. I'm just going to go for it. It's going to get a bigger creature down. I think we're going to be aggro here. I'll block here. Yeah, definitely can beat a 3-mana race. That's not a bad one. That is not a bad one. Let's get rid of their blocker. And we're in a pretty close to unbeatable position, if I do say so myself. Play another Bone Crusher, and we have a Saw coming up. Good luck, my friend. Good luck, Beast of the Northeast. As somebody who lives in the Northeast of the United States of America, I hope they're talking about Killington, the mountain in Vermont. Great place. I'm not a big skier or snowboarder. I wish I was. There's snow outside right now. But I did trail running there, and it is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful place. Are they going to play that sneaky guy? I'm going to full control. Okay. Resolve. And bounce. You get nothing. You get nothing. All right, so Izzet Tempo taking game one against blue-black Flash, I guess. Kind of rogues, but not your traditional rogues. Not your good rogues, I guess. Getting that XP, getting that Basalt Ravager. Cool. Let's play another one, shall we? All right, game number 2 here. Some early interaction creatures and lands, so that's kind of the perfect recipe here. Our opponent, Fest 788, playing some blue-black something again. Interested to see kind of the traditional rogues matchup, because that deck is still probably very good. Got a few new tricks with some of these Foretell cards, but overall it's just a strong deck. Sultai? Okay, so we might be working with some kind of Sultai adventure type thing. Let's just hold up some removal stuff here. Not 100% sure what we're working with, but I'm curious. Got some snow. If we're up against some kind of snow Sultai stuff, that'd be cool. Getting in with their Death Toucher. Oh, I wonder if it's like Death Touch with the new poison dude. What? Okay. I guess I'll just kill this because... Let's play a Shatter Skull Smashing. We'll pay the 3 life. That way, no matter what happens, we can deal with it. And if not, we can always flash in a Brazen Borrower. Kind of a weird choice for a Mana Rock. No. So is this some kind of black devotion? Okay, kind of seems like that's the case. Gain a couple life, but I'm not too worried about it. I can also just trade with it. They could burn a removal spell, but doesn't look like they had it. Righteous. Ooh, baby. Do we want to play it right now? I don't think we actually want to play it right now. We're going to foretell this. Just because when I play Goldspan Dragon, I want counter magic to protect it. I just want it. I'm sorry. Call me old-fashioned. I want counter magic to protect my dragon. Okay. I don't like that. Don't like that at all. Do-do-do-do. So, we got Disdainful Stroke, so we can counter some stuff. We can counter another Agadeem's Awakening. I assume it's Mono Black Devotion. I'm just curious what the splash is for. And why they have a Mana Rock to go big. Okay. They had to pay, though. That's a good one. Even the kicker doesn't change the converted mana cost. All right, well, we'll kill their knight in response. Do it while I can still get value off of my treasures. And it's a stalemate. Got a Disdainful Stroke, so we can do some damage to a big thing. Yeah, yeah. So what do we want more? Shatter Skull Smashing or Disdain? We'll show them that. All right, we're in a good spot. Don't have much to do against cheap creatures, but removal, expensive stuff. Because we'll show Disdainful Stroke. Slightly better Burglar Rat, I guess. Cool. Keep the Mountain in my hand just in case they have a third Acquisitions Expert. Is it Knight? No, it's not Knight. It's Warrior. All right. Well, we're going to counter your Murderous Rider. That's for sure. Yeah. Get out of here. Bold choice, trying to race a 4-power dude with 2 little 1-power friends. Okay. That'll do some things. I always forget Grey Merchant is legal in Standard. Oh my god. I'm just gonna push through here. They can't win with a crackback anyway. Yeah, let's get a Grey Merchant out here. Get their devotion lower. Wouldn't mind if you behold the multiverse. Oh my god, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. Please, friends. Give us something that's not a land next turn. Was that 4 lands in a row? We're pretty much dead to a Grey Merchant. Okay. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I want to leave up 2 mana. So X equals 5. Am I good at math? Not bad. Ooh, baby, we are dead to a Grey Merchant. What are you? Well, shit. All right, well, kind of got janked out there. I have no idea what my opponent's doing, but turns out getting flooded sucks in this deck too. Okay, negates weren't great. I mean, they were okay. Destroy target artifact, flying, red, crush the weak. It's a weird deck. We just kind of got flooded there. A lot of cheap stuff. So Crush the Weak would kill cheap stuff. This would kill something more expensive. But honestly, I don't think we have to worry about killing things as much as we have to worry about other things. So there's some weird stuff. Maybe we want the Shredded Sails. I think we're in a good spot. We just got really land screwed. Yeah, 4 or 5 land drops in a row. Not great. Almost came back with the Shark Typhoon, but they're playing a friggin' Sanctum? What? I mean, the ladder resets in, I don't know, like an hour and a half. I mean, I'm in Platinum. Yes, I'm not in Diamond or Mythic. I'm playing against people who also play Jank like myself, but I just got janked out. By a Sanctum. Mono Black Devotion with Sanctum, with party stuff. I don't know. I'm not mad. Okay, we got card draw and stuff. We're going to keep this. And we're on the play, so we're in a good spot. So I'm going to foretell the counter magic. Okay. What could they do on turn 3? We'll do this. Got counter magic and we got a Shark Typhoon up. All right, so let's cycle 1. This deck likes giving me land. I'll give it that. So we can foretell Behold the Multiverse. We'll hold back the Shark. We'll trade with this. I don't really want to race with a 1/1. It's fine. I'm not going to waste a counter spell on that. Okay, that's fine. You can waste a removal spell on that whenever you want, friend. Okay, don't want those. I want a dragon. That's actually not bad. That is not bad. So we'll just foretell again, and we'll pass the turn. We can counter and kill stuff. Ooh, Liliana. That's a good thing to counter. That's a good thing to counter. And no, we're not going to kill anything yet. 1, 2. We could kill both with the Shatter Skull Smashing, but I'm actually just going to Behold here. Sure. Let's Behold again. We've got a Frostbite to kill a creature if needed. Gray Merchant. It's going to do 4 to me. Nah, you'll do 3. Guess I can just keep frostbiting my opponent's stuff to death. Really would like a dragon, though. Be very into a dragon. Could smash for 2 and then... Academia's Awakening and Mono Black Devotion is actually pretty scary. That's probably what they're going for. Man, my deck just super into doing damage to me, huh? By doing damage, I mean hurting my brain. I'm just going to hardcast a Shark Typhoon. That way I'll have a lot of blockers forever. Womp womp. Oh, okay. We have no way to gain life. I can't believe we're going to get janked out. It's actually pretty okay. I cannot believe the nonsense that is happening right now. I think, so this has happened to me a couple times where I just flood out uncontrollably. And again, I could have cycled this, but it's like, come on now. So I guess we could bounce the Underworld Dreams on their end step. Let's get another shark. Let's bounce that. Get another shark. I wonder if this deck needs an Embercleave. Just, you know, just in case. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Well, I'm not going to hurt myself by drawing a card, so we've got that going for us. Oh, come on. I guess I can make a big shark, huh? X equals 7. I guess that is a thing. Gray Merchant is very scary. Okay. Okay. Oh, you dick. I'm getting janked out by Underworld Dreams. Yep. Janked out by Underworld Dreams. Guess I probably should have foretold that, huh? Definitely should have foretold that. Oh wait, we might just be able to survive. Oh no. So close. We were so close. Oh, good game, friend. Good game. If they did not draw that Nighthawk Scavenger, yeah, we're just going to lose to Underworld Dreams. Wow. Okay, I did not see that coming. Well, maybe this deck needs just some opts or something. Again, I'm not a professional Magic the Gathering player. I just pretend to be one. I don't even pretend to be one. So let's look at the deck again. This, again, I said I copy and pasted from LSV's Twitter. He's a much better Magic player than I am. He also has stated this is a good rough draft. It's an idea. My initial takeaways, I've played maybe 10 games with this deck. Seems like, depending specifically on Behold the Multiverse and Shark Typhoon as kind of your additional card draw spells, I feel like, I don't know if there's something else, like a creature maybe that can get you a little bit of value. Or maybe it's just, I can't imagine like the lands and stuff like that are causing it. Let's see here. So we got 23, including the smashings. We have 26 lands, but 23 is not a lot. I think we may have just got unlucky. We can even kill them with one of our lands. Yeah, I think it's a good rough draft. I mean, we did really well in the first game. Kind of got janked out and unlucky in the second game. Goldspan Dragon, when we got to play it, was awesome. I almost wonder if like Disdainful Stroke is more of a sideboard card, and maybe we just need more early interaction. Like what's the counter spell where you need to have like a flyer? What's that one called? Lofty Denial? I think maybe that's just a better main deck version. I'm gonna just do that now. Let's throw some Disdainful Strokes in the sideboard. And then the sideboard, maybe go down a Dispute and down a Negate, something like that. I just feel like this hits more stuff. It hits anything pretty much up until like the 6th or 7th turn of the game. And hopefully by that point you've kind of established pretty good place. And it's never a dead card really. Maybe that's it. And there's probably something else, but again, I'm not going to pretend that I'm a professional Magic player here. But there's some spells, some card draw spells. I just feel like, yeah, it's kind of unforgiving when you flood. Or, there's, what's the land everybody hates? Castle Vantress. Maybe we toss one of these in there. Go down. That's my sideboard. Go down one island. Or no, you'd probably want to keep the island, right? Go down a fjord. No, that counts actually. Yeah, so maybe that helps us kind of fix our draws a little bit. I don't know. Those are just my first initial impressions from playing this deck. But like I said at the very beginning, this is a very easy deck to get into if you've already established a very good Magic the Gathering collection. You pretty much just need the Goldspan Dragons and a bunch of commons and uncommons. In the sideboard, I do have a couple Thundering Tundra Fumaroles are rare. But that's kind of it. Everything else is common uncommons or older cards. So I definitely think this is a very good place to start. And I think as the meta kind of defines itself, this will you'd be able to, like I was saying with Lofty Denial, you'll be able to figure out what counter spells you want main deck, what kind of interaction you want main deck, and you'll be able to build that around the metagame. This is just, again, the meta's brand new. Everybody's throwing all kinds of nonsense at the wall. We just got janked out by some weird 3-color mono black devotion. I don't even know. But yeah, Goldspan Dragon's good. And thank you guys for watching. I'm so excited to be able to brew with new cards again. It makes me so excited. I have some other decks that I'm pretty close to being done with. There's just, I need like 4 or 5 wild cards, or to luckily open the cards. Oh, wild cards, you cruel mistress. But anyway, thanks for watching.